What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Super Rangers Toku podcast, the best Toku podcast on the planet. I am Jason Grayson here with the Big Bang Network, and today is our Kamen Rider episode. Yes, this was supposed to come out yesterday. There were some storms happening, and I feel like my internet could go out at any second, or the rain would be too loud. So I just decided to make this come out tomorrow, and that is why you're seeing it today. And as you can see, obviously, this is Kamen Rider, and this is going to be the first Kamen Rider centered episode. These are normally on Fridays. It's just Friday didn't work because it was storming outside. Blah blah blah. You get it. So yeah, I'm gonna be reviewing Masked Rider episodes 1 and 2. I'm gonna be talking about my thoughts on Kamen Rider X Aid, and I'm gonna be talking about Kamen Rider potentially. I cannot say. Why can I not speak? Potential. All right. Kamen Rider might be coming back to America. All right. So I'm gonna talk about that today. I cannot. If I could talk. So obviously we're off to a fantastic freaking start. So let's just get right into the review because I've already messed everything up. So I'm gonna read off the synopsis and I'm gonna tell you what I thought about it. So, yeah, on the distant planet Edenoi, our hero Dex and his friends try to escape the evil Count Dragon's plague patrol. Then Dex's grandfather explains that the planet Earth is in danger, so Dex is transported to Earth and lands at the home of the Stewart family. Can the evil forces lose on Earth and be stopped by our hero? Has the battle begun? Our hero confronts Destructosphere and is weakened from the battle. Then he gets help from his grandfather, but Count Dragon sends maggots to Leewood High. Meanwhile, Dex creates the combat chopper and Magno to join his team, and Furbus starts a food fight. Can our hero stop Count Dragon? Okay, that's a weird synopsis, but basically, it starts off at Edenoi, right? Don't know why the whole show isn't on Edenoi. That's my first little thing with that. I don't understand why he came to Earth. Like, if you don't know, before the show aired, there was a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and a Masked Rider crossed over, kind of to like jumpstart Masked Rider, right? And it takes place on Edenoi, right? And I don't understand why they didn't keep the whole show on Edenoi. Like, why did he come to Earth? Like, it's obviously in the same universe as the Power Rangers, so why don't the Power Rangers take care of the threat on Earth? Why does the Masked Rider have to go to Earth to take care of the threat if there's already protectors on Earth dealing with the threat? That really doesn't make sense to me, but whatever, right? So he gets sent to Earth, and then he lands in the Stewart family's house, right? Or outside of it, right? And basically, all the kids are adopted. The dad is Caucasian, and the mom is Asian, right? And if I got any of the races wrong, please don't. All right, I'm sorry if I got a race wrong. Okay, I'm sorry. I already know I'm probably gonna get comments about that, but oops, sorry if I got it wrong. My bad. But anyway, so this I hate the family idea. I'm sorry. I don't think it works because basically here's how I can describe this show, right? I mean, it may grow on me, right? I don't know. This is just the first 2 episodes, but from what I've seen so far, this is like Alf combined with Power Rangers. You know Alf, that like sitcom about the alien who came down to Earth, and now he was adopted by this family, but he looks nothing like a human, unlike Dex. But anyway, this is pretty much Alf meets Power Rangers, and I don't know. I don't know about that, but it's whatever. And then there's also Furbus, which is Dex's pet. I don't know. Furbus is interesting. Furbus, I don't know what to think about him. I almost feel like Furbus was like an attempt at a comic relief, character, but Furbus doesn't actually like talk. So like, I mean, it's really hard to have. I mean, sometimes it works. Like there's those like anime shows where you don't where like let's say Tom and Jerry, right? They don't have to talk to make comic relief, but I mean, it's just he's just over here making noises, making the dad sneeze because he's allergic to fur, and like it's like Furby's gonna be like a secret to the dad this entire time. Like, is the dad never gonna figure out that there's a freaking animal in the house because he's allergic to fur, right? So they keep him a secret. So is Furbus just gonna be in here the entire show without the dad? No, I don't know. But so yeah, Count Dragon is actually Dex's uncle, right? And I guess now he's on Earth attacking, and so Dex came, even though the Power Rangers could just deal with it, whatever. And so he goes into the house. He says, "Oh hey, I'm from an alien planet." Yeah, of course they don't believe him. Then he just gotta prove it. So he morphs into the Masked Rider. He shows something with his gem, and then Count Dragon starts attacking the city, so he goes and helps. And then in the second part, Count Dragon's, I guess, army, foot soldiers, I don't know, they attack the school, and Dex kind of, I guess, his teammates his teammates are a motorcycle and a car, and what are their names? Their names are Chopper and Magno. I don't know if that happened in the Japanese show. I mean, I don't really have a problem with it. I prefer them to be actual writers, but I don't really have a problem with the whole talking vehicle thing. I don't mind that as much. But yeah, of course, Dex stops him, and with the help of Chopper and Magno, the vehicle helpers, and that's pretty much it. And then I guess the Stewart family adopts Dex, and now he's adopted into the family. So I really hope. I don't know. I'm gonna say this, but I know it's gonna happen. I really hope Dex doesn't become like a high school student. And listen. I know this is gonna happen, right? It's going to happen. They are gonna put Dex in a freaking high school. I don't know. This is so far just so cringy, and I don't even know. I just don't get it. I don't understand. Let me actually look this up right now. Let's see. Does he go to high school? I don't know. Let's see. Money More from Power Rangers. I mean, I don't know. I don't see it. Well, the last episode is called Detention, right? Yeah. So I guess I'm gonna spoil the ending. Let's see. What the? I don't even know what this is. I don't know. Okay, but overall, I mean, I'm gonna keep reviewing it until I get super freaking tired of it. But so far, I don't really like Masked Rider that much. I mean, if you enjoy the show, by all means, like, enjoy the show. I don't know. So far, it's just not my thing. So, Masked Rider, the first 2 episodes, not really my cup of tea, but if you like Masked Rider, good for you. I'm going to keep reviewing them until I either get bored or I start hating it too much. So, yeah. So we're going to move on to my thoughts on Kamen Rider X-Aid. I think I keep seeing EX-Aid, and people get mad at me for it. Well, I mean, they don't really get mad at me for it, but they keep correcting me, so I gotta start saying it X-Aid. So, Kamen Rider X-Aid is a video game themed Kamen Rider season, I guess, and I think it's a cool concept. I mean, we sort of have it in Zyuohger, like the battle game or something, and it's sort of, it has a minor game motif, but it's mostly animal. but this is full on video game. So we got Kamen Rider X8, also known as Emu Hosho. Now if this would load here, I'm currently in the process of looking this up. He is a platform fighter game type. That's basically his motif. He's the protagonist, obviously, because he's called Kamen Rider X8. There's some. He is a trainee in pediatrics, working at Seattle University Hospital, and video game specialist. So he's a doctor and a video game specialist. All right. I mean, if you do what you do, just make sure you kind of focus on the doctor part a little more than the video games. And then you got Kamen Rider Brave, Hiro Kagami. Again, I'm sorry if I mispronounce this. It's Japanese. I don't really know how to pronounce half this crap. And Kamen Rider Brave is an RPG type. He also works at the hospital. So I had no idea about this hospital stuff before. So I guess this hospital thing, this doctor thing, is supposed to be like a secondary motif, like they're also doctors, which I guess is cool. Then there's Kamen Rider Snipe, Taiga Hanea. Gee, I wonder what Kamen Rider Snipe is gonna be. Gee, I can't guess. Let's see. Oh, a first-person shooter type. Whoa. Also a doctor. So all these guys are doctors. I guess that's kind of cool. Then there's Kamen Rider Racer, which is to be announced. There's nothing really there. He hasn't been announced yet, so he's probably going to be. Oh, okay. So, so far I just see a motorcycle. Okay, no, he does transform into an actual thing. Okay, but I think his main form is like a motorcycle. So maybe he's like a vehicle. Maybe he's not human. That'd be cool. So obviously that's racing type because he's Kamen Rider Racer, if you can't tell, but come on, guys. And then there's Kamen Rider Genmu, also to be announced, and he's the bad guy. I think he's an evil fighter. He's an evil writer. He's also fighting type, just like Kamen Rider X8, and he looks kind of cool actually. I like this design. These designs are very, very colorful, like over-the-top colorful, and I don't know. I think I like them. I mean, they might have to grow on me a little more, but I definitely think they look nice, I guess. So yeah, Kamen Rider X8, very, very interesting. It comes out October 2nd, so expect reviews of that. And yeah, so Kamen Rider X8, tell me what you guys think about Kamen Rider X8. I'm going to be reviewing it, I'm going to be watching it along with all the other stuff I'm doing, so yeah, definitely look forward to that. And then the final topic for today is Kamen Rider in the US, right? So as you know, like the first topic of the podcast, Masked Rider is Kamen Rider Black RX in America, and it's a Power Rangers spinoff. They actually crossed over with the Power Rangers, and yeah, so that happened. It's pretty much one of the very few Kamen Rider shows to make it to America. Then after that, like, okay, Kamen Rider, Masked Rider. Wait, when did Masked Rider come out? I'm gonna look this up. I'm pretty much on the Kamen Rider wiki this entire time. If you guys don't know how I make these or how I do these, I'm pretty much always on the wiki looking at this stuff, so I don't get too much. I mean, anybody can edit the wiki, so I might give off some wrong information, but for the most part, I have a general idea of what I'm talking about. Masked Rider came out in 1995. Oh my gosh, and then Kamen Rider Dragon Knight was like 2009 is what I'm guessing off the top of my head, because I actually watched it whenever it came out. Yes, 2009. There was a sneak peek in 2008, but the actual premiere was in January 3rd, 2009. So I got that right. That's nice. And Kamen Rider Dragon Knight, I didn't, because here's the thing. I was 8 years old when this came out, right? And I just see my dad on the TV, on the CW, watching this thing, and I know it's not Power Rangers, because by then I knew every single Power Rangers season by heart, right? And I knew it's not Power Rangers, but I had to ask, is this Power Rangers? Because I had no idea. Because I didn't know what else it could be, right? But so in my head, I knew this isn't Power Rangers. But if it's not Power Rangers, then what the heck is this? So it was Kamen Rider Dragon Knight, and I just fell in love with this show, right? And then the CW cancels it when there's only 3 episodes left. Like, they just take it completely off the air. Only 3 episodes left, right? So the 3-part finale is just taken off completely off the air, right? So people are going like, what? Huh? Like, why did you do this? And then, so then it gets on the website. So at least we got to finish watching the show. But they still canceled it 3 episodes before the finale. Like, could they seriously just not air the last 3 episodes? Like, I have no idea what they were thinking there. So the CW, I don't know what you were thinking with that, but yeah, Kamen Rider Dragon Knight, really cool. If you have not watched Kamen Rider Dragon Knight, definitely try and find it on the internet, because it is a really good show, and I really suggest it to you all, because I love Kamen Rider Dragon Knight. I hate that it didn't get a season 2. I hate that they canceled it whenever there was only 3 episodes left. And yeah, and then now, if you guys don't know, this year there was an extra season for Kamen Rider in Japan called Kamen Rider Amazons. It's kind of like a sequel to the original Kamen Rider Amazon. It was in 1974. But I mean, it's kind of not. I don't know. You can consider a reboot. You can consider a sequel. I don't know. But on the Kamen Rider wiki, right? It says, this net series will also air in the U.S. in September, which is right now, so I have no idea, like, what? Right, September is now, right? So apparently, according to the Kamen Rider Wiki, which, by the way, could just be anybody, I mean, this is just pure speculation, right? Because this is on the Kamen Rider Wiki, anybody can edit this, so, I mean, if I'm wrong, I mean, sorry, but so this net series will also air in the U.S. in September as the first round of the exportation of Amazon Prime original videos under the title Amazon Riders. And here's what makes me think it's even more real. There's an actual logo for this. Like, if you go to the Kamen Rider wiki, type in Kamen Rider Amazons, not Amazon, it has to have an S at the end, or else you'll just go to the original series in 1974. But they have a logo that says Amazon Riders in English, right? So, I mean, I honestly have no idea what to think of this, because, I mean, apparently we're supposed to be getting Kamen Rider back in America this month. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, The Tick, right? The Tick is a pilot on Amazon Prime, right? Is based off of a comic book character called The Tick, obviously. He had some TV shows back in the day. I watched them. They're really cool. And just out of nowhere, boom, Amazon comes out with a pilot, and everybody's just like, what? Huh? What? Like, nobody even heard of this. I definitely didn't. And, I mean, I knew somebody was making a reboot, but I didn't know it was Amazon, and I didn't know it was going to come out, like, the day it did. And then, so it just came out of nowhere. And it was actually really good. So I'm wondering if this is sort of also the case to where, okay. See, I cannot talk today. I don't know if this is also going to be the case to where this comes out and then like we don't see it coming. Like, it's just going to be some random freaking day to where it's just like, oh, by the way, boom, Amazon Riders now on Amazon Prime. And I also don't know if it's going to be like a dub, because it almost has to be, because it's just coming out of nowhere. just like, oh, by the way, boom, September, Amazon writers in America, come watch, and it's just like, what? So it almost has to be a dub unless they're filming right now in secret with some American actors. I don't know. I don't know what to think about this. I'm kind of skeptical, but I mean, they have a logo made, right? And I mean, I can definitely see it happening. So tell me what you guys think about the possibility of Kamen Rider coming back to America. So yeah, guys, this is it for um, this episode of the Super Rangers Toku podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will be back tomorrow with my Power Rangers episode, where I review the latest episode of Power Rangers Dino Supercharged, and I do my random Ranger review, which this week it is going to be Power Rangers Wild Force episode 9. If you don't know what all this is, check my Twitter. Although I tweet a lot, so you might have to scroll down a little bit, and maybe check some older episodes of the podcast so you can get caught up and stuff. But I will definitely explain it in tomorrow's episode. So, yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.